But yeah, City of Heroes Freedom. I'm actually pretty excited for you know, some aspects of it, particularly the signature stories, which I'm sure I'll actually end up posting here on YouTube as well. I'll actually probably post them as they're released, so you know, even though I'll probably still be doing low-level content in terms of you know, chronologically, I'm sure I'll be posting up signature stories at the same time, which will be neat because, you know, for anyone who's just watching my low-level stuff, you'll be able to see sort of my characters, you know, at a bit higher level. Well, I say a bit higher level, but at level 50. I certainly imagine, actually, you know, it hasn't been directly stated that the signature story arcs, which, you know, of course will entail you working with signature characters in the City of Heroes universe, that they will be at level 50, but you have to imagine that they will be. I mean, it's you working with some of the most powerful heroes if you're a hero, and some of the most powerful villains if you're a villain, so therefore it should at least scale up to the max level, right? I mean, I've just assumed, but yeah, I can't imagine that they wouldn't. Let's see what else. I thought about doing this story arc with another of my characters, but I decided to stick with Black Rose just because I think it will go a little quicker with this character. I don't think I have any character that does, you know, anywhere near this much AoE damage as quickly as Black Rose does, which is great for groups. Oh, I have to defeat all the Clockwork. Yeah, pay attention, Andrew. But, yeah. Actually, what was I even talking about? I'm thinking back to signature story arcs now, and for some reason I feel like I moved on from that train of thought. I don't know. I have too much of a one-track mind. Okay, I guess that's everybody in here. Try not to leave anyone behind so we don't have to, you know, scour the lower floors later after we've already presumably defeated everyone. Oh yeah, that's right. I was talking about how I was thinking about doing this with another of my characters. But like I said, I think Black Rose and Orange just overall is a little quicker. My next story arc, which I'm sure will be a shorter story arc, I'll probably end up doing with my Plant Fire Dominator. I actually recently got that character up to Permadom status, which for anyone who doesn't know, Dominators have a sort of mode that they can enter after they, you know, shell out so many attacks, and it's called Domination. And what Domination does is allows all of your holds and your status effect inducing powers, which are sort of the crux of the primaries of Dominators. It allows them to be twice as effective. So one hold will be as effective as if you would cast the hold 2 times. So it's pretty awesome. So I've got her global recharge to a point where she always is in domination status. Domination also, as a, you know, another nice little perk, it grants you status protection, which Dominators don't usually have. Actually, no non-melee class tends to have, you know, status protection. Not without at least going into incarnate powers, and getting, I think it's called Clarion Destiny powers, something like that. So, you know, it's pretty awesome because I'm able to achieve, you know, status protection. All my holds and status effects are doubly effective. And she has a really awesome Confusion Cone power. Just really effective. And actually, at level 50, she does some really nice AoE damage, too. Not as much as Black Rose of Thorns, but, you know, she can take out groups of enemies quite quickly. I'm very pleased with how she came out. I've actually been having a lot of fun playing her recently. So, you know, I think on my next story arc, I'll kind of give her a go. She doesn't exemplar down anywhere near as effectively as she is at 50. She will not have permadomination, unfortunately, at this low a level. She actually doesn't even have it until she reaches 40, I think, level 40. I think at level 40 I'll be able to exemplar down. and still have permanent domination, but certainly not at 15. I'm actually considering reworking her build a little bit to try to get it to Exemplar down better, but that will not happen before my next video. That kind of thing would take... It'll take a long time. Because that will basically mean that I need to get lower level Luck of the Gambler recipes, which... Luck of the Gambler 7.5% global recharge recipes. I have them now at 50 for maximum defense protection. But at lower levels, that means that you get the recharge bonus at a lower level. So, with the help of that and Hasten, I could have domination up most of the time. Not permanently, but most of the time. Because she still does have, you know, some other set bonuses that are at 50 that I want to keep at 50. That, you know, that won't take effect until the level that I have them at. Oh, trying to use a power I don't have. I was trying to use Ripper. They were lined up so perfectly. Oh, is that not everyone? I guess maybe there's a dude up in that room. Oh, look at me missing my jumps. No? Oh gosh, don't tell me that I... Oh, I hope I didn't miss like one little clockwork somewhere. Looks like that's it, yeah. Awesome! Hey guys, remember those first videos I did where it took me like 15 minutes to search down, you know, 1 or 2 guys I missed? It's time for that again. I hope you're as excited as I am. Hey, there's a guy. Come on, be the last guy, be the last guy, be the last guy. Be the last guy. Ah, you're not the last guy. Man, I really didn't do a very good job cleaning up this place. Oh well, I'm trying to go fast. my thing is actually this story arc with Fraps and how big the videos are. I think it's actually going to be pushing my limit on how large my hard drive has for video storage. I'm putting it on, you know, my secondary hard drive. Oh, okay, there's a couple left on this level. Oh, well, there's a guy over here. But, I have 300 gigs, I think, free. I should have really paid more attention, but I figured up that I can take about 2 hours of video in Fraps, I think. Somewhere around there, and this story arc is probably going to take me about an hour and a half. You didn't find a working piece, eh? That's a disappointment. I should really, once again, read. Okay, it doesn't look like I got a clue. Anyway, that's a disappointment, but there's this unusual part you found may more than make up for it. I'd like to examine this. It isn't anything like what I've seen the Clockwork King use. You're doing wonderfully, blah blah blah. Okay, Black Rose of Thorns, listen up. I know that ever since I sent you against the Circle of Thorns at the FEMA office, you've been dying to find out why those mystics are so interested in the Paragon City Dam. Well, you might just get your chance to find out. Magi just contacted me. Some of the mystics have divined the location of the book of Tarajij of whatever. According to Magi, it's a really powerful spellbook. Their visions indicated that it was in the possession of the Circle of Thorns. I made a pass just now with it, with my ground-penetrating radar, discovered a cave that would be an ideal Circle hideout. I need you to check out the Circle of Thorns hideouts. If you find the book of Taguri, the magic book, be really careful with it. It looks like the only known copy. It was thought to be destroyed in a Chicago fire in 1871. Alright. So we're going to Skyway again. And, you can't get to Skyway from here, can you? You can, but it's going to be quicker for me to actually go to the train. So, and I'm going to go to Skyway City North and hope that this is indeed in the northern section of Skyway. If not, I'll hop back on the train and hit south. So another thing I've actually kind of considered doing is turning on Windows Media Player in the background and sort of turning on the little playlist I actually use when I play City of Heroes most of the time. It's actually all video game music, but it's you know, sort of actiony mixes of video game music. I actually made it just a few weeks back, and it's what I've been using, you know, while I play right now for a little more than a week now, probably. I thought, you know, maybe I'll do that next time, since it'll be, again, a shorter story arc, and sort of see how that goes. I'm gonna have to play with volume levels, obviously. This is in the south, isn't it? It's kind of not even worth hopping back on the train. It's sort of in the middle. But yeah, you know, hopefully I wouldn't get hit with any, you know, big copyright stuff, because, again, it's all video game music, and, again, I wouldn't be profiting off of it. These are Let's Plays. It should be covered under fair use. You know, I'm not making any money off of this. I'm doing this purely for my own enjoyment and, you know, enjoyment of anyone who is interested in seeing these story arcs. So, you know, thought that might liven things up a little bit, and I can sort of talk about the tracks as they come up, and, you know, that'll also sort of give me something to talk about in terms of, oh yeah, this comes from this game, and here's what I thought about this game. Positron's directions are flawless. You've already caught sight of several Circle of Thorns acolytes. So I've just got to stop the Chief Mage here and his guards. So we're going to ignore these guys, whatever. You can hit me, I'm not worried. But yeah, next story arc, I think I'm going to give that a go and see if that doesn't sort of cover up my commentary too much or anything like that, because, you know, I have the sounds and even the music on really low in the background for City of Heroes while I play this, but you know, I think I could just turn the music of the game off altogether and instead turn on Windows Media Player really low, and you know, it would be something a little different. Okay, where? Down here. Here we go. Got a little turnaround there. This guy will probably talk once we get near him. That's what I'm counting on anyway. So. Okay. Oh, here he is. Yes. Recovering the Book of Tarjab has been an incredible boon. Kill them all! Says Tarses. Or Tarsens. Something. You done, son? Alright, so take out this guy. Once again, and his guards means we need to take out the entire room. So, thankfully, this doesn't seem to be a very large room. Bam. Alright. Sands of Moo Power. Okay, maybe I need to get this glowy. Either that or there's still a guy lurking around this room that I have not yet caught sight of. Okay, so we got a clue. This one I'll remember. This ancient text is written in a language you don't understand. The book, the last of its kind, was presumed lost in a Chicago fire of 1871. Positron mentioned that to me. Alright, so we know that, I think it's the Circle was interested in the dam. Alright. Let's call Positron. Oh, I gotta return to Positron. Ah, you punk. Can't I just call you? Alright, let's call Positron and see why. I'm still waiting to see that book. Dude, I can't read it, and you're just a technology hero, so you can't either. How about I just tell you it's not in English, and then we skip to the part where I take it to people who can read it. Because that's how this goes. Guarantee you. I mean, granted, I've played the story arc before, but come on. Positron, tisk. So Positron actually used to always be wearing a helmet, and then a long time ago, probably back in issue, gosh, maybe 10 or 11, 12, something like that. Anyway, a lot of issues ago, they finally actually removed the helmet from him, and ever since then, you know, he's been able to walk around not trapped in his armor, because part of his storyline is that I think during the Riki invasion, something happened to his suit and it was damaged, so that he actually had to wear it at all times, or else there would be like a huge radioactive event, and then that got cured somehow. I actually forget, but yeah. Great, you got the book back. Excellent job. You should take it over to Azuria and Magi opposite City Hall. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Sigh. You jerk. People's lives are at stake, and you're messing around. Actually, I'm just noticing my my frames count actually from Fraps in this video is down to 20. I actually had been playing with slightly higher graphics settings. Oh, now it's going back up. Anyway, maybe I'll need to turn my graphics down a bit more again for my next video as well. I'll see how this comes out, of course, but it was all the way down to straight up 20 frames per second there. Let's see, what else? We actually, right now, actually, Comic-Con is going on, and from the sounds of things, we're going to get some more information about, you know, stuff we'll be seeing. You know, there maybe even tomorrow, because I think there's going to be a Ustream broadcast tomorrow with the City of Heroes community manager Zwillinger. Oh, look at me jumping when I don't need to. Getting overzealous. Come on. Come on. Run inside. Deliver the book to Azuria. Here we are. Come on, move. I was straight up stuck there. I guess there's a lot of people in Atlas Park right now. Thank you. I'll have my translators examine the book and report their discoveries to Positron. It shouldn't take long. He should have something for you by the time you get back to him. How about I just call him? Numina just contacted me mentally. Man, I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Anyway, she translated the book for Azuria. The text describes a ritual for gaining the great power that can only be performed during a storm. Or a great power. Nor for gaining great power. Ugh. Forget it. Or, as the book has it, at a conflux of lightning and rain. The larger the conflux, the more effective the ritual. Newman is still examining the book. She'll contact me if she discovers another clue to the Circle's plans. All over the train while we read. I was out fighting the Clockwork earlier and planted a homing tracer on one that I allowed to get away. Can you track down the Clockwork minion? I want to learn more about the strange mechanical part you found in the Clockwork Den. It seems to be an increase in the Clockwork population. I'm beginning to worry the Clockwork King has big plans. Alright. So we're getting the story while I'm, you know, rushing this along, I think, considering we're reading everything. And, you know, getting the full run of the story. We're moving at a really good clip here. You know, of course, we're doing this solo, so I'm pleased with how this is turning out so far. Hopefully, I don't end up pushing my actual hard drive space with this video, because that's not good. I do not approve. Yeah, I'm once again down to 20 frames per second, according to Fraps, so I guess maybe in these large zones, I mean, there's so much going on that's loading in, you know, in the far background, you know, as I get closer. Maybe I need to turn off those sort of blur effects from things that are really far off to sort of give it a more realistic haze for, you know, things that you see in the far distance. That definitely gives me a hit to performance. Water reflections give me a big hit to performance. I keep those on low, but, you know, I do kind of want at least something, because otherwise water just looks like a sheet of blue. The sound of the machinery, this is a major assembly operation. Defeat the... Okay, I only have to defeat the boss and its guards and get a glowy that is the Clockwork plans. Okay, is there... Hey, boss! Constructor. Alright. Bam! So there will actually be an elite boss at the end of this story arc as well. Not one that's particularly noteworthy in my opinion, but, you know, I'll definitely have to pop a purple or two when I encounter him, so that I don't get just decimated. because I believe that that one is a Vahzilok elite boss that uses radiation, which of course drops your defense to friggin' crap really quickly. And of course, if you're taking tons of hits from an elite boss, even if they're not particularly impressive, they still hit really hard. So, you know, it is what it is. Tip found. I have not run any hero missions, hero morality missions in a little bit. I need to do that, get another hero merit. I'll explain tips another time. That's something for another day. Okay, I need to find the... Oh, there's the glowy. Perfect. Looking. What do we got? Oh, apparently there's still someone slinking around this room. Oh, there we go. Let's go Cannon Knight. We'll read the clue while we take him out. Blueprints. These blueprints are for the Paragon City Dam. You recover them from a Clockwork hideout, but you don't know why the Clockwork King would want them. Alright. So the Clockwork are also interested in the dam. Uh-oh. Ah, I got a delicious drink. Lemon lime soda. What are the Clockwork doing with those plans? I wonder if this has anything to do with those parts you recovered in the last Clockwork mission. I'll have to look into this further. Oh, by the way, you've attracted Numina's attention. She would like to work with you when your security levels are high enough. I've already done that. But, unfortunately, we'll never see that. Well, I analyzed that chemical you found in the Vahzilok nest. It turns out that it's a complex banded molecular compound with twisted valences. Very high-tech stuff. I was intrigued by their ability to... Oh, sorry. Okay. Here's some of the information you can use now. One of the chemicals in the compound was protophylific massica. Pretty specialized. Only 2 distributors in the area even make it. I checked their shipments for the past couple of weeks and traced one to a company in Skyway that doesn't exist. Will you check the fake company? The name of the lease is on Dr. Morbin. I'd like you to arrest him if you can. Alright, let's find Dr. Morbin. Alright. I thought I was close to the train station, but by pulling up my map, I was kind of hopping around blind. Alrighty, so time to find Dr. Morbin. Here before the train arrives, we'll go Skyway North again and see where the mission is actually located on the city map. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, Dr. Morbin, bring it! Dr. Morbin is going to be a Vahzilok boss, if I recall. I guess I kind of spoiled that, didn't I? Ah, well, you'll see in 500 yards. Well, 400 yards. 300 yards. 200 yards. And 100 yards. And 0 yards. Bam. Sort of keeping the solo tab open for, you know, people to be able to read the dialogue that's, you know, that comes up from bosses or whatever. If the video is clear enough, I'll kind of see. Those new video settings I used in my last video definitely were much better, and of course the audio quality of this headphone is way better too. A chemical odor burns into your nasal passage, but not thoroughly enough to make you immune to the stink of the Vahzilok. Okay, so recover any evidence, so a glowy, and I have to defeat Dr. Morbin and his minions. So the entire room with the boss. Alright. You can tell I know these maps fairly well. It's like, yep, hop down, go in the elevator. Either that, or it was going to be a long corridor that I figured would at least lead to where the elevator was. No. Oh, another elevator. Come on, Dr. Morbin. Bring it on. Black Rose of Thorns will bring you to justice. Keep your eyes open. I don't want a disaster this like last time. Is the doctor in here? Well, the glowy is in here. I can vaguely hear it. Where is it? Is it down here? Oh, Dr. Morbin. There he is. There's gonna be a lot of people in here. I need more test subjects. Look, my minions, fresh test subjects. Hero! Ow. Don't hit me. That's not nice. Boom. Alright, so let's take out the rest of the Vahzilok in this room. You die today, not likely. Yeah. So Vahzilok hit really hard, but they actually die really quickly as well. At least these abominations. They take very little damage before they drop. And Black Rose is, you know, easily tough enough to deal with even level Vahzilok. Not tons of them. Like if I turn this up to the equivalent of 6 heroes, I would be absolutely decimated. But you know, why the heck would I do that? Okay, so I hear the glowy. Oh, it's up there. There it is. Body bag. Let's bring up the clue screen. Alright, blood sample. You extracted this blood sample from the unfortunate test subject of a Vahzilok poisoning experiment. Alright, let's find out what the Vahzilok are up to. Let's talk with Positron. Get his input. So Positron definitely is treating you like a junior hero in the story arc, which, you know, kind of annoying, and again, another mistake that they made early in this game. They shouldn't belittle the hero, even in your lower levels. Okay, this blood sample is a great step forward. Perhaps I can work out a counter-agent to the Vahzilok poison before it ever gets out. Well, you passed every test I could think of. You showed me you work well as a team and can adequate... Yeah, as a team. Again, it used to be a task force, guys. They didn't update the dialogue. And can adequately cover each other's weaknesses. Great. I guess that means I have no weaknesses. Good work. Evildoers are beginning to fear you, Black Rose of Thorns. If they hadn't already, well, okay. Glad to see you, Black Rose of Thorns. We've got a lot of balls in the air, huh? Okay, I read that wrong at first. The Vahzilok poison, the Clockwork's interest in the Paragon City Dam, and the Circle's strange ritual of power. I just need you to collect a little more info for me. I gave that weird piece you found at the Clockwork hideout to Paula Dempsey over in Kings Row. I'd like you to talk to her about it. While you're there, please drop off the data disk I burned for her. After that, pop by Magi office in City Hall and talk to Azuria. She and Numina have a theory about the ritual the Circle of Thorns was investigating. I should have more on the Vahzilok poison when you get back. Alright, so to Kings Row. And again, 2 talkie missions in a row. Sigh. Hang on, guys, I'm gonna take a drink. Man, I love having a mute button. Means you guys don't have to hear me chugging down a soda, and I can chug down a soda without hesitation. Hey, it's Black Rose of Thorns. Tell Posey I've figured out the origin of the part you found in the Clockwork Den. It's a modified support structure used in large-scale construction projects. When he mentioned the dam blueprints you found, the pieces started coming together. The dam uses support structures exactly like these. If this piece was outfitted with an explosive and aimed at the dam, the destruction would be catastrophic. All of Faultline would be flooded, and Paragon City would be without power for weeks. Take this piece back to Posey and tell him about it, basically. Alright. First, we've got to see Azuria and see what she and Numina have found out. We'll get more references to Numina in time. She's another member of the Freedom Phalanx. But we'll never work directly with her because she is a task force contact. So, you know. Again, not doing the task forces in this. Because, you know, then you got to form teams, and it just becomes a huge pain in the butt to try to, you know, record and put all this together once I introduce, you know, other elements outside of just being solo. This way I can move things along quickly, keep the pace going, read everything,